Hello everyone. Welcome to the 3ds Max Basic Modeling online class. I'm your instructor, Li Ruijing. In the last class, we completed the basic framework of the windmill cabin. In this class, we will create the windmill blades.
Teacher, there are 4 blades. Do we need to make each one separately?
Your question is actually the focus of this lesson: rotation and cloning. We can create the basic shape of one blade first. Then, using the method of holding Shift to rotate and copy the blade 4 times. After that, we can adjust the shape of each blade individually. Now, let's get started. Go to the Max interface and find the viewport for the front view of the blades. From here, we can tell it's the left view. So press L to go to the left view. Use the spline tool from the Create menu to outline the basic shape of one windmill blade. Return to the starting point. Close the spline. Then, use the box from the Standard Primitives menu to extrude the shapes of the wooden pieces. In the 2D viewport, we can't see the thickness of it. No worries, we'll adjust the thickness later in the Properties panel. After forming the wood, rotate it a little. Select the spline. Right-click and convert it to editable poly. Select the entire windmill blade model. In the coordinate axis, select Effect Pivot Only. Center it to the object. Now, let's check the faces of the windmill blades. The x-coordinate is 0. Now, select the other wooden pieces. Set their x-coordinates to 0 as well. This way, the wooden pieces will sandwich the blades in the middle. Next, we will scale the wooden pieces along the x-axis to adjust their thickness. Select all the windmill blade models. Move them to the front of the chimney. In the last tab on the right, find Reset Transformations. Reset the selected objects. Then, convert them to editable poly. Press M to open the material editor. Assign different colors to the blades and wooden pieces. We can make an adjustment here. Change the material's color. This helps distinguish between the 2 models. Then, marquee select these models. Assign a black wireframe. Press L to switch to the left view. Enable wireframe display. Connect the vertices on the windmill blade polygon. Ensure it's composed of triangles or quadrilaterals. Select one of the slats. In Edit Geometry, find and click Attach. Attach all slats into a single model. Now, adjust the slat shapes by moving their vertices. You can adjust them by marquee selecting vertices. You can also scale these vertices. Adjust the slats to match the concept art. For each slat, use Move and Scale on the vertices to shape it to resemble the concept art blade. Use the marquee selection when selecting vertices, because in the 2D view, although we see 2 points, there are points both in front and behind. So always use marquee selection to choose the points. OK, once adjusted, press P to go to the perspective view and check the rotation. Then attach the blade and the wooden strips together. Select Effect Pivot Only and center it to the object. Press L to go to left view. Adjust the entire pivot to the bottom of the blade. Then disable Effect Pivot Only. Find the Angle Snap button. Right-click to open the panel and check it. The angle rotation is set to 5 degrees. Then left-click to activate Angle Snap. Hold Shift and rotate the blade. Stop when you reach 90 degrees. In the pop-up window, set the Clone option to copy. Change the number of copies to 3. Once selected, click OK. Now, we have 4 blades. Hold Ctrl and select all the blades. Rotate them together. Then scale them slightly. Match the size to the concept art. Check the rotation again. Then, go to left view. Select one of the blades. We will adjust each blade individually. We can also adjust the points so that they match the shape of the wooden strips in the concept art. Make sure to use marquee selection when selecting points. Once one blade is done, move on to the next one. Adjust its points to match the shape of the concept art. Then move on to the next one. This one has 3 wooden strips. Select one of the wooden strips. In Edit Geometry, find the Detach option. Check Detach to Element and Detach as Clone. This will create a copy of the element. Then drag it to the other side. Adjust its shape. It is a thin wooden strip. Now, we have turned the 2 middle wooden strips into 3. Once done, check the rotation again. Now press L to go to left view. In the left view, create an axle for the blade. Draw a cylinder. Adjust the position of the cylinder. Go to the cylinder's Modify panel, disable the height segments, set the number of sides to 8. Then increase the height slightly. Make it pass through the center of the blade. Right-click and convert it to editable poly. Press F3 to show wireframe. Delete the faces that intersect with the chimney because they are hidden faces. Deselect sub-objects. Right-click and find Clone. Change the Clone option to Copy. Click OK. Now create a new cylinder by cloning. Scale it. This will be the section of the axle we worked on earlier. Place it in the right position. Adjust its shape slightly by scaling. Hold Alternate plus Q to isolate it. You will notice that the back faces are missing. Select the boundary, hold Shift, and copy the new face. Then collapse the boundary into a single vertex. The front faces should also be adjusted. Select the front faces. Right-click to open the Bevel Settings window. Disable the bevel height. Bevel to create a new face. Collapse this face into a vertex. The same operation applies to the central cylinder. Bevel the faces to create new ones. Then collapse them into a single point. This ensures our model does not contain shapes with more than 4 sides. After that, check the result. Go to the left view. Center the position of the axle to the middle of the chimney. Then select the blades. Align all 4 blades to the center point of the axle. Press Alternate plus Q to isolate the blades. Delete the faces at the bottom of the blades. These faces are hidden inside the axle. They are non-visible faces, so they can be deleted. Afterwards, click the small button next to the X-axis. This button is for the Isolate Selection option. It's the same function as the Alternate plus Q shortcut. Select all models and assign a gray material. Apply a black wireframe. Now, the windmill blades are complete. That's all for today's lesson. See you in the next class, everyone.